Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And when you watch him play, all you think about is how dynamic he is. He can beat you with his arm and his legs. Threw for over 20 touchdowns for the first time since 2021. Fully healed from a knee injury a couple of seasons ago. He's got his team thinking big in 2025.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake. Murray. That pass completed to Dortch. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Kyler going to give this to Benson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Play action. Now it's Murray. Eluding the pressure running. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Cardinals.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On play action, it's Murray. And this is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Got his man, it's Dortch. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
On 1st down, it's Benson. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now a toss left side for Benson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick here is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Chad Ryland to kick
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Darnold. Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the first.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Darnold. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
2nd down.
By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Darnold. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Greg George, deep for Arizona.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On the handoff, Benson running right.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Murray now. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3.
Now Murray off play action. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Murray running left.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 33, here's second and a couple. They run over center with Benson. Oh, able to avoid him. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On first down, right back to Benson.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Murray. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is indeed good.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Play action. It's Darnold. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he will handle first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one goes for 8 yards.
First down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Darnold now to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Darnold.
Open man, he's got his tight end.
Now the ball comes loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw is Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Murray. Yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 27-yard line.
Second and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Murray now to throw.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in the second half as we are about to get underway.
Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Faking the give, Darnold. The Cards get to it here. He's brought down for a sack.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
He'll drop to throw. Going up top for Cup. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They're going to be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Seahawks first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is
touchdown! Elijah Arroyo. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
you get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Seahawks 7.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
66 yards.
And the Cardinals have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices, extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries, but the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
18 on the play. First down, Seattle.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold.
That's taken in by Arroyo.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He wants it all for the end zone.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker,
56 yards.
and the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Jason
And after the
Myers
touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Oh, what a move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Over the middle, Harrison.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Short one here, caught by McBride. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of
And the coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down, Seattle.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Still second down.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
This is Walker. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Darnold. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Mack Wilson coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now Myers for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 8, 2:23 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. shotgun now for Murray. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. To throw, it's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Murray to throw. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
A big play here. 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's 1st down. To throw is Murray. He'll get this to DeMarcano. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
Back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Cardinals will line up for the two-point conversion.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. It's complete. And he's going to get into the end zone. The two-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And this few inches. Now Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26.
A gain of 14. First down, Seahawks.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk